movie.
I'm talking in voices.
Dick out your mouth.
I'm talking in voices. The voices.
We went to go
Yeah, there was
see
one.
Ouija.
Ouija.
Why is it pronounced Ouija?
Because it's not an
fucking
English-derived word.
Polish.
Because it's Mama Luigi.
We went to go see Ouija: Origin of Evil, the new movie that's up there with The Conjuring.
I think people are being lenient on this movie just because the first Ouija was such a monumental, cynical piece of shit. And this is made by Mike Flanagan. He did Oculus and this year's Hush. Two movies I fucking hate. And this is easily my favorite of his stuff. In the fact that it's okay. And it's got a lot of good things in it. It's just got a lot of stupid shit in it. But before we go any further, spoiler alert, I'm going to be talking about all the spoilers in this movie. So if you want our final thoughts and scores out of 6 stars, just click the time code there. Otherwise, you've been warned. The movie's about a family, a mother and her 2 daughters. The mother is a psychic. She basically makes it a theatrical scam. She tells people what they want to hear, people who are coming to them to talk about their loved ones or their emotions or to get some closure. And she's got these cool little tricks, like in order to have the ghost blow out the candles, they've got these bellows sticking underneath the tables that'll blow out the candles once the mom steps on them. The mother is played by, oh god, Elizabeth Rasser. She played the waitress in the last season of Mad Men, the one that Dawn talks to all the time.
Okay.
Wasn't she in Grey's Anatomy too?
She might have been, I don't remember.
I think she was.
And
Was the oldest daughter from World War Z?
I don't remember. I remember her from Oculus. She was the main girl in Oculus.
Cool.
And the youngest daughter is played by Lulu Nelson. And she's the one who has all the creepy shit happen to her. The movie's set in the 60s at the time when the Ouija board was being sold. Like first sold, and the psychic business obviously isn't doing that well, and so they're running in financial problems. And their house is about to be foreclosed on, so they use the Ouija board as a way to spruce up their set. Doris, the little girl, starts talking to it, and shit gets spoopy. The first 30 minutes of this movie are legitimately good. Has a lot of strong character building, has great acting from all 3.
This movie has 81% on Rotten Tomatoes.
The little girl starts talking to ghosts, one which she thinks is her father, and the mom and the older sister are skeptical, but then the board starts moving on its own and revealing specific information about the father, and so they think, oh, she's got a gift. Now we can, talk to our dead father and help other people, but for realsies. It's a bit of a pet peeve of mine, a movie that you can obviously tell is modern, but is kind of stealing 60s decor.
Yeah.
But I will say, for a movie that's stealing 60s decor, there's a lot of detail put into this. Not just the clothes, not just the sets or whatnot, it's little things. When they're driving in the car and Doris isn't wearing a seatbelt, because nobody fucking wore seatbelts.
Yeah.
And the one that most people are pointing out, if you've seen Fight Club, there's a scene where Tyler Durden explains to you about the cigarette burns, those little circles on the top right corner of the screen that would periodically happen, that would tell the projectionist up top to change reels.
Yeah, I saw that a few times.
Yeah.
And so the movie does that a couple times as...
Was that the movie? I thought that was the actual theater.
Well, no, we don't do it anymore because everything's a digital file. So there's no need to change reels anymore.
Okay.
There's great lighting. I think Flanagan's doing great stuff. I mean, James Wan level build up. It's just... There's
Not
a lot
James
of
Wan's payoff.
stupid CGI that kind of ruins the illusion, and really goofy shots, a lot of jump scares. Once this movie gets rolling, it starts stealing from so many movies that it's distracting. They go into the basement. Of course there's a priest in this. A priest that seems to have like a thing for the mom, but he disguises it as, oh, I'm watching out for the girl's safety. No, he wants to get in that pussy. They go down into the basement, they find the creepy thing, and then the priest gets possessed for a little bit. and then he dies because he falls down a flight of stairs, just like Father Daniel died in The Exorcist. Of course, they do this sort of time travel, alternate dimensional crap, just like Insidious 2. I don't want to steal this review like I always do, so what do y'all think of this?
Audience made it better.
Yes.
Definitely.
Yes.
Our audience was the perfect audience to see this movie with.
The only time I like teenage girls are when they're in horror movies.
The first time you start to see some really creepy shit, like when the little girl is staring at the mirror and sees the black figure for the first time and he has his hand like shoved down her throat, that is legitimately disturbing.
Oh yeah, it's
I
disturbing.
thought it was a little silly.
It's a little silly, but if you kind of think about what this guy's doing to her, I mean,
Just basically jumping into her meat suit,
yes.
basically.
You couldn't have put that any creepier, but yes. But then there are some shots, mostly when it's the ghost distorting her face, doing the it looks like some stuff out of Dead Silence.
Every time I saw that, I always thought of the Joker, just because of her face shape.
Annalise Basso, I think, is the best part of this movie.
I swear she was in World War Z, but
Did you not see, she's hanging out with the girl, she's hanging out with the boy that she has a crush on, and she's wearing like this purple dress. Did anyone else think Fred and Daphne?
Once you said it, yeah.
yeah, I can see it.
Because I was losing my shit.
Yeah.
If they ever remake Scooby-Doo as a live-action movie and, you know, treat it as actual teenagers, they need to get her for Daphne.
They got who? Melissa Joan?
No, it was
Kobe's.
Sarah Michelle
Kobe's.
Gellar.
No, for the movie.
What's up?
Kobe.
For the first time
Yes!
since 1945, the Chicago Cubs will be in the World fucking Series.
Whoa! How much did they win by?
5-0.
Damn.
I want to go back in time 3 years ago and put like $1,000 saying in 2016 the Chicago Cubs will make it to the
Pretty
World
sure they
Series.
made a couple movies about that already.
Marty, we have to go back.
It wasn't a movie fully based on cheap scares, but it did have a few cheap scares, a few
Yeah.
decent, disturbing scenes. We were all laughing more than we were, actually genuinely disturbed or, even a little scared, because our audience, we had teenage girls sitting like a few rows in front of us, a few that left during the movie. I don't know if it was because it was too scary or because, they...
Or because teenage girls like to make scenes
Or,
wherever they go.
or there was a guy on our left. And he was all of us combined in like times like 4. Whenever they were running down, I heard him lean over and say "pussies," and that got me and Aaron both
No, I
cracking up.
whispered that under my breath.
I
I'm
did-
glad he had the courage to actually say it.
I wanted to say it. I was like, "You pussies," but I was like, "Nah." But he did it. I was proud of him. Whenever the older sister was looking through the thing for the first time, we saw a small little jump scare, and people were going, and the guy goes, "You haven't seen this before?" And then she does it again, but it's on the other side. It's like, you didn't see that coming.
At the very end, the older sister gets this vision from her ghost father and realizes that in order to stop all the gangbanging of ghosts into this little girl out into the world, she has to stop the voices by physically rendering her unable to speak. If you remember the first movie, seeing that creepy little girl with a Stitch face, that's her.
Yeah.
Doris's spirit is that Stitch face, which in the first movie, the stupid teenagers cut her stitches free thinking that she's the victim, not the one who's fucked up. And Lin Shaye, who y'all know as the psychic ghost lady from Insidious and basically every ghost movie in the past couple of years, she's playing the daughter, Annalise Basso, who ends up in the movie. She gets possessed by the ghost for a brief second, stabs her mother, Stitch faces her younger sister, and goes in a mental hospital. And then, and it's the last jump scare, I think, of this movie that you see Lin Shaye just jump out at the camera because she's the old Lena. She's the one that tells the kids in the first movie why she stitched that little girl up. Basically, I stitched that bitch up so she wouldn't fuck anything anymore.
So she would shut the fuck up.
You don't really need to watch Ouija at all.
Ouija?
Yeah, I say Ouija because there's a fucking A in it.
Do you say enough instead of enough?
She has
What the fuck are you talking about? Where is there a GH in Ouija?
She's talking about.
It was an analogy.
She's talking about the word enough, not Ouija.
Thank you. Thank you.
See, I got you.
Thanks. All right.
Gnarly, bro. There's no G in gnarly. There's a G in gnarly. It's silent.
There's no P in pterodactyl. What are you talking about?
Pterodactyl. Pneumonia. Canine.
Yeah, that one's all fucked up. It's like, why would you name it pterodactyl but you put a P in it?
The one thing I was disappointed about was that scene from the trailer whenever she mind forces the
Yeah.
kid to shoot himself in the face with a
I
slingshot.
wanted to see it so bad.
Are we all thinking
So
the same
bad.
thing? Yeah.
Yeah.
So
That
bad.
looked like
He
it
made
hurt.
it
I
sound
wanted
like
to
he
see.
poked an eye out or something.
Yeah, it made it sound like it went through the eye and maybe somewhere rattling in the back of
That's
his
what you
brain.
get when you make it PG-13.
They said circle for each player. They only circle twice, not
Yeah.
4 times.
And
twice.
not once in this movie did they ever say
Is
goodbye.
anybody
That's
else
true.
paying attention to them gradually break every single rule
Yeah.
that they
Yeah.
say in the entire movie? The first, like, 4 scenes of the movie, they break never playing alone and always say goodbye.
After her neck started hurting, she said the thing blah 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 blah. Daddy, why is my neck
That
hurt?
was funny as hell. I thought that was adorable. I genuinely
Like,
thought
fuck
that
this
was
shit.
cute.
It
What?
was a nice little break between her being a little girl and being a...
I wish they would have
demonic
shown it
entity.
what it was.
I really do too.
Did they
That
not
would've been-
think to look? Like, it's not her head, it's her neck.
Well, here's a pill. You can wake me if it gets worse.
Yeah.
Like-
I was telling them it's probably
That
like a
sounds like
giant.
60s medicine.
It's probably like a giant ghost zit
Give
or
him
cyst.
God.
Oh, zit.
A
Does it
cyst.
scream when you
Assist.
squeeze it?
No, I really want it to be a ghost zit, just like this ghostly pimple.
Like Voldemort in the back of the head.
Pretty much, it's like, ah, leave me alone, don't touch me. All hope abandon ye who pimple here.
You fucker. So,
There you go.
very end of the movie when
Okay, I tried.
Hey, that's my hat.
whenever Doris at the very end, getting her mouth stitched, the eye popped out. Thought of was it Mordor from Lord of the Rings?
Yeah, she opens her mouth and there's an eyeball
What
inside.
the
bright
fuck?
yellow. Yeah.
Is that why my eye was hurting?
Where's the hook?
Hello, man.
I
How
had
they
to leave the
confirm?
theater
Let's
'cause I
do
got an
this shit.
eyelash stuck.
Oh,
Okay,
God, what
cool.
the fuck? Alright.
Daniel, save it for the bedroom.
Damn.
I'm kidding!
That's
I'm
edgy
kidding.
as fuck. That is really edgy. Holy shit.
Save the
Okay.
slicing and dicing for when we're fucking.
Whenever what's his face, the guy who died, got hung.
Nitpick corner!
Fuck you! No, fuck you. This is not Nitpick Corner.
It is now!
What's his name?
The boyfriend?
Yeah, the boyfriend.
Matt?
Mikey?
Let's call him Fred.
I feel
I'm
like
gonna
it
go
was
with
Eminem.
Mike.
Well, whatever.
That's not a very 60s
Whenever-
name.
That's a nitpick. If you want to nitpick something, I'm pretty sure there were assholes named Michael back in the 1960s.
My dad's middle name was Michael and he was born in 69.
Well, that's unfortunate.
Summer of '69.
Christopher Michael. He hates that name.
He said Mike, not Michael. How was I supposed to know it was short?
Okay, so,
Who names their kid just Mike? You were saying about how, you know, they didn't try to save him, as soon as
oh
they got-
yeah.
I didn't even check if he was alive.
I know. As soon as he like falls off, what the face little chick who has a crush on falls to the floor. No, no, no! Mom goes to comfort him. The priest just looking at him like, what the fuck? Does not even try to help him at all. Like if it was me, pick him up so he can breathe. Get someone to go upstairs untie
Like
it.
maybe he's still suffocating and
Yeah.
choking. He could have still been alive. You're just
Yeah.
gonna. Like, oh, okay, he wasn't important anyways, I guess.
So if you clicked on the time code, welcome back. Been chatting a bit about Ouija. Mama Ouija, it's a me, Mario. We're gonna get into our final thoughts and scores out of 6 stars.
This movie sucked.
Hey.
Bro, Jesus let himself go.
That's what happens whenever there's too much bread and wine. It was alright. It wasn't terrible. It wasn't good. I'll give it a solid 2.5.
2.5?
3. I'll bump it to 3.
All right, Aaron, what'd you think?
I actually liked it. Like, if you had the audience we did, best audience I've ever been a part of.
Yeah.
Just for that, I'm gonna give it a 4.
Damn.
Like, if you luck out, get the same audience we did, you're gonna have a blast.
Britt, what'd you think?
I really liked it, like probably even more so than you did. It had some cliches, but I thought it was still an original piece of horror. I still don't think it'd be considered that, but it was
6
fun.
out of 6.
I had a blast watching that. So 4.5.
There's good stuff. There's a lot of stupid stuff. There's a lot of stuff that made me laugh. If you're not really into cheesy horror movies like this, then it's a rental. However, if you are lucky enough to watch this with the intended 13-year-old screaming girl audience and occasional prick, that actually makes this a lot more fun. It's a lot sillier that you give it credit for. Personally,
3.5.
Pick number 3, my lord.
3 3/4.
for me, I'm gonna go 3. Because I think this year's version of the movie that I'm thinking about, that silly good time, was The Boy in January.
Almost 3 3/4.
Nice. 3.62 half-cocked verdict for us.
3 5/8.
If y'all like this video, please click the like button down below. You can also subscribe to be the first to find out when new videos are coming out. We've got Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram pages below. If you've seen Ouija, Mama Luigi, Origin of Evil, let us know what you think in the comments below. If you agree or disagree, we'll take all callers. Liam's blog, liammgahan@wordpress.com. Next week, the only thing that's really coming out is Inferno, the Da Vinci Code sequel, but I haven't seen dick of any of these movies. We do on Saturday, I think the 29th, we have the re-release of John Carpenter's Halloween, the original 1978 movie, and the 29th and the 1st, the 15th year anniversary of Pokemon, the first movie.
I'd probably be able to do the first. Hell in a Cell is next Sunday, the 30th.
We'll be getting out predictions videos for the 1v1 battle between me and Matt.
Yep.
For the HK Heavyweight World Champion. See ya!